Hi, welcome to ChapterSkip. I'm Joe.
I'm Shaun.
And I'm Mark. And we're doing movie reviews with a twist.
And today we're going to look at The ABCs of Death. A very ambitious piece, The ABCs of Death is produced by Tim League and Ant Timpson and brings together 26 different directors to produce 26 very different movies.
Being a good mixture of worldwide talent on display, with the directors hailing from at least 15 different countries, The ABCs of Death is an extremely varied piece of cinema.
Anthology films are nearly always a mixed bag, but in that respect, ABCs of Death is onto a winning format.
Yeah, with each film having such a short running time, when you do come to that inevitable bad segment, it's soon out of the way and you're on to the next piece.
The ABCs of Death is a twisted, horrific and terrible take on the popular children's book, The ABCs. But when I say twisted, horrific and terrible, I do mean it in the most flattering way. Instead of taking 26 chapters of a children's book designed to educate and liberate childhood illiteracy, we're getting a lesson in death, mutilation, and 26 different ways somebody can die.
Although, who would have thought that someone could have been killed by the toxic gases seeping out of someone's rear end?
There were 3 distinctive Japanese entries in the film. One of them was Z, which featured giant penis swords.
Yeah, and then there was J, which was kind of like a performance anxiety, stage fright.
What was the next one?
Then there was F.
Seriously!
Joe!
Sorry, guys. Guys? We'll be right back. As to be expected, there is a huge plethora of creativity and talent on display, and there is a real variation of the films on offer.
Yeah, they range from the funny to the gory to the occasionally disturbing. Some of the films stand out as being excellent pieces of work, but unfortunately some stand out due to their lack of imagination and poor execution.
Yeah, there's also quite a few that just wallow in the middle ground. Despite being generally good pieces, they're mainly just forgotten, which is a shame, but that's what happens when you're part of an anthology with such creativity and ambition.
Cleverly too, the title of each film and the director of the piece isn't displayed until after you've seen it, which helps in not giving you any preconceived notions of what you're going to expect.
The directors were each allocated a letter of the alphabet, and had creative freedom to do as they pleased. Basically go nuts.
As long as they kept it short and within the budget, and the only other requirement was that they fade in from red and fade out to red.
Once again, Bane has managed to star in a ChapterSkip video. That's because Bane is...
Enough! I'm sick of you two putting Bane in every video! It's stupid, Mark!
But I like doing the voice.
No more! I'm sick of it! You put Bane in every film we do!
Joe, my Bane impression is...
I said no more Bane! Ah!
My name is Bane!
The letter T was used in a competition for people to send in their various entries, and the winner was chosen to be in the film.
Yeah, the winner of that was a claymation piece by Lee Hardcastle, which had some great attention to detail, was a great little story, and I found it to be one of my favourite pieces and was quite funny as well.
As for the low points of this film, there are 3 that spring to mind. The first one is M by Ty West.
Yeah, this piece is by far the worst, unimaginative and boring, and it was literally only a minute long. What on earth did he spend his £5 on?
Yeah, it felt really amateurish and lazy.
Another one personally for me, what I thought was really bad was W.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there, Joe. I wasn't a fan of W myself. I get what they were trying to do, but it just came across as too messy and confusing, and by the end of it, I was ready for the next letter.
Yeah, another poor effort was from G. It started off really well, it built up to something, and then it just fell flat and left me there thinking, what on earth happened? I don't know. And as for the title of the film, I'm afraid Isaac Newton beat you to it.
And so it was, on this fateful day, that I did sit under the apple tree, as often I did, and I pondered upon the world and its workings. My musings were wild and sometimes fanciful, as I dwelled upon the greater mysteries of our universe, and speculated upon its inner workings. If there is but one thing that I've learned throughout my years of study, it is that the world is indeed a varied and mysterious place, where many things are occurring around us. Oftentimes, these things are unseen and of little consequence, but occasionally, something occurs that will change the world forever. Sometimes, though, one does find one's work filled with distractions that seek to delay them from the act of discovery. That being said, I was feeling quite hungry, and this apple is indeed a suitable meal for one such as I. In fact, it does seem to have quite a unique flavour, of which I am not entirely familiar. The pain was extremely intense, and it felt as if an angry badger was clawing my insides. And then... Oh, I wasn't really expecting that to happen.
If I had to pick out a personal favourite from all the films on offer, that would have been D by Marcel Sarmiento. It told an entire complete story with a nice little twist to it, and to be honest, it was a lot better than most full-length features I've had to endure through the years.
A favourite of mine would be X. It's a very powerful social statement on zero-size models and the diet and food industry, and I was cringing along with every slice of the body that she took, and along with the over-the-top string section, it made a very powerful piece, a very hard-hitting piece, but altogether, a great piece.
For me personally, one of my favourites was R. Yes, it was difficult to understand, but what I took from it is how models are treated like cash cows. The man getting his flesh cut open and turned into photo film is a clear reference on the media and how people are portrayed. Very arty, very strange, but very appealing at the same time. One of my favourites.
As we've said, you're getting a real mixed bag here, but the upside of that is you're guaranteed to find at least one that you like.
The downside, unfortunately, is there's way too much on offer here to review. They're very short pieces, so we don't really want to give too much away. So the best thing for you to do is to go in blind.
All you need to know is that this is one of the best anthology pieces out there. The vast majority of the film is very entertaining.
The film is currently available on demand and is due to get a cinema release sometime in March. And when this comes out on DVD, yeah, I'm going to grab a copy.
Yeah, if you're a horror fan, then this is the movie for you. I think you're really going to enjoy it, and I, for one, hope there's actually going to be a sequel, and it's not very often we actually say that.
Yeah, I personally enjoyed it, and I agree exactly with what you're saying. This film is awesome.
Thanks for watching. Also, a massive thanks to our actor and good friend Richard Newton for playing the role of Isaac Newton in our Gravity sketch. If you've seen the ABCs of Death, then let us know which letter was your favourite. Subscribe to ChapterSkip for more reviews, and like us on Facebook, follow on Twitter to view behind the scenes info and pictures. Thanks!
And action!
Once again, Bane has managed to do something I've forgotten. Managed to...
Cars coming over again. Car plane.
Flying cars!
Managed to star in its ChapterSkip
I am
video.
Bane of the future.
Once
Good words, I can't
Bane's
get my
versus
words.
Star,
Bane has
innit?
managed to star in a
I can't get my
ChapterSkip
words
video.
out today.
That's because Bane is.
Oh, okay. Oh, once again, Ben has managed to star in this chapter dip.
Chapter dip.
Chapter dip.